Because
to me, anytime is fine. There's a honestly, if you don't like a show and you want to, you want to shit on a show, I'm not going to have an issue with that. I've got a lot of friends who don't like the shows that I like, and so on and so forth, all that kind of stuff. The main difference that I want to stress is that there is a difference between saying that, like, I watched the show, I don't like it, I don't like what it does, I don't like what it's what I think it's saying, all that kind of stuff. I don't like it, right? Between saying the show is trash. Because when you say this show is trash, you're talking about the sort of conditions of that thing as a sort of artifact within a greater discussion about art.
Mm-hmm.
A greater discussion about like text and media and what you consume. Because if you say this show is trash, then you're implying that whoever watches and engages with that seriously is also trash, or they like trash. And that's the sort of problem that kind of comes about. You're essentially sort of scattershotting of the impact upon that claim. Whereas in comparison, if you say, I watched the show, I don't like it, that's sort of contained primarily to you and exactly how you reacted to that show. People will oftentimes get that mixed up. And that is a perfectly fair kind of thing, because people might not necessarily like, think about it in sort of like very clear distinctions, when they're talking about it off the cuff and all that kind of stuff, right? Happens all the time.
On the internet, you really have to spell it out a lot. You have to say, hey, this is my opinion, my experience.
But again, right, it once again falls down to like sort of relative expectations. Some person in Discord saying like, this is kind of a trashy show, it really has a lot more leeway than like, say, Giguk say this show is trash because, one, it went through multiple people, including him and his editor, and they're all just like, let's go with it. It's being broadcasted out to a large audience for money. So the expectations are very different in that sense. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to, shit on a show, that's within their right to do so. I'm not going to be all like, you can't shit on the show. No, you can't do that. No. I mean, anybody's willing to shit on.
Do you think there's a way to be more diplomatic about it? And should you, or should you not even care?
Like in what context?
Like if you want to shit on a show and kind of, say your opinion, but should you try to be diplomatic and, considerate of other people that might like the show, or should you just say what you want to say and that's it? Is it just
simple? Like the easiest thing you can just say is just like, I don't like it, because then you're very clear in that, like, that's your response to it. I don't like it, because then, if somebody likes it, they can be like, okay, well, you don't like it. That's not the show for you, You can make broader claims about it. You can be all like, I don't like it because I think it's problematic with how it like portrays women, right? So you can say something like that, and then that creates a sort of broader discussion. And who knows? Maybe at the end of the day, you still don't like it, but at the end of the day, you're just saying you don't like it.
Yeah.
And somebody who likes the show, might like it for different reasons or whatever.
Yeah, and there's like, as you kind of said, there's a huge difference between saying I don't like this is bad, and calling something trash. Because like, what do you associate with trash? You say this is worthless, this is no value to it, it's something I want to cast away. That's still very different from saying this thing is bad or I don't like this thing. So, it's like calling something trash is a bit more loaded and harsh than just saying like, this one piece of media I don't like, even though like other people might like it, but it's like saying this is trash is like, this has absolutely no value and people should just ignore it. Like it should be cast away.
Yeah. And then, on the flip side, again, there's just been a big like thing in the community to kind of associate the people that like certain types of, and I don't want to get into this that much because we have talked about it before on previous streams, but people that like certain types of problematic shows to be problematic type of people, when sometimes it's not really the case. It just means that, they're either able to stomach that show, or maybe they have their own reasons why, there's something they like about it, but they try to equate the type of people that watch that type of show to, I don't know, to be just as problematic or something like that.
Yeah.
When, it's media, it's fiction, it's fair to choose how we engage and what we want to engage with and what we don't want to.